Welcome, my dear friend. This message finds you not by chance, but because you are meant to hear it. This is not just another video, but a message that is meant to reach you at exactly the right moment in your life, when you need it most. Life has its way of guiding us, and sometimes that means we must face challenges that seem insurmountable, times when we feel lost, misunderstood, or even abandoned. But I want you to understand something deeply important. The struggles you face, the battles you fight in your heart, are not random. They are part of a bigger plan, a divine journey that has been laid out just for you. You are one of the chosen ones, the few who are destined for something greater, something more profound than you may even realize right now. And while the path may seem difficult, I want you to know that you are not alone. There is a higher power, a force of wisdom, guiding every step, even when you can't see it. As you listen to this message, I encourage you to leave 77 in the comments. It's not just a number, it's a symbol, a sign of alignment, a promise to yourself that you are ready to embrace the transformation that is coming your way. Your journey is sacred, and this message will be your guide to understanding the purpose behind everything you've been through. Let's begin. The unseen hand behind your struggles. Have you ever wondered why life feels so heavy at times? Why you face struggles that seem to weigh you down, leaving you exhausted and questioning your purpose? What if I told you that your struggles are not random? That behind every challenge, behind every hardship, there is an unseen hand at work, guiding you to where you need to be. It's true. What you're experiencing right now, the pain, the uncertainty, the battles, they are part of a larger plan, a divine design that's unfolding in your life. For those who are chosen, challenges aren't signs of failure, they are tools of growth. Every obstacle you encounter is a stepping stone toward your highest potential. The difficulties you face are not meant to break you, but to mold you, to help you discover the strength you never knew you had. The unseen hand that guides you through these moments is not one of punishment, but one of love and divine wisdom. You may feel at times that you're alone in your struggles, but the truth is, you are being prepared. You are being shaped into the person you are meant to become. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the weight of your circumstances, but what if the weight is simply a sign of how strong you are becoming? What if every challenge is a reminder that you are destined for something greater, something that requires your strength, your resilience, and your unwavering faith? Remember this: the harder the struggle, the greater the reward, and the unseen hand behind it all is preparing you for a destiny you are only beginning to understand. The illusion of force vs. power. Life has a way of showing us that the things we often try to control are the very things we need to release. We have all been there, trying to force things to happen, pushing ourselves harder and harder, desperately trying to make everything work on our terms. We try to force outcomes, force people to see things our way, and force ourselves to succeed, believing that our efforts alone will bring us the results we desire. But here's the truth: the more we force, the more we feel drained, exhausted, and disconnected. Why? Because force is an illusion. The true power doesn't come from trying to control everything around us. It comes from alignment, from being in harmony with the universe and trusting that everything will unfold as it should. Power is quiet, gentle, and unwavering. It doesn't push, it flows. It's not loud or desperate, it's calm and certain. Think of a river. It doesn't struggle against rocks in its path. Instead, it flows around them, using the obstacles as opportunities to move forward. This is the difference between force and power. When we force things, we operate from a place of fear that if we don't act immediately, everything will fall apart. But power, true power, comes from faith. It's knowing that the right things will come to you when you are in alignment with the flow of life. God, the universe, or whatever you believe in, doesn't force you into your destiny. It gently guides you, waits for you to align with its rhythm, and when you do, everything falls into place effortlessly. You don't need to force your way through life. You don't need to push harder or struggle more. All you need to do is trust, align, and let the power within you guide you forward. Remember, power doesn't roar, it whispers. It's in the small, quiet steps you take every day, aligned with the universe's timing, that lead you to your destiny. The power of acceptance. One of the most powerful tools you can have in your spiritual journey is acceptance. I know this may sound counterintuitive. After all, we are often taught that to succeed, we must fight, struggle, and never accept anything less than what we want. But the truth is, the key to overcoming your struggles and transforming your life is not to force, but to accept. Acceptance doesn't mean surrendering to defeat or giving up on your dreams. It means acknowledging where you are right now, in this very moment, and understanding that the situation you're in is exactly what you need to learn, grow, and evolve. Acceptance is the power to release resistance. When we resist our current situation, we only prolong our suffering. But when we accept it, we allow ourselves to move forward with clarity, peace, and strength. Imagine the energy you would save if you stopped fighting against the flow of life. Instead of wasting your energy on resistance, you could channel it into creating positive change, into taking the steps needed to move closer to your dreams. Acceptance doesn't mean you stop striving for better things. It simply means you stop struggling against what is. It means you stop fighting with reality and begin working with it. The moment you accept where you are, you free yourself from the chains of resistance. You free yourself from the weight of worrying about how things should be. And in that freedom, you discover the strength you need to face whatever comes next. I encourage you to accept where you are right now. No matter how difficult or uncomfortable it may feel, know that this moment is part of the process, part of the transformation that is unfolding in your life. Acceptance isn't about giving up. It's about aligning with the present moment and trusting that everything you need is already on its way. When you stop resisting, you begin to flow with life, and the power you need to face anything becomes available to you. The role of fear and its illusions. Fear is a powerful force, often guiding the decisions we make, shaping the way we live our lives. But have you ever stopped to question whether the fear you feel is even real? Is it truly something to be feared, or is it an illusion we create in our own minds? Fear, in its essence, is a story we tell ourselves about what might happen, about the unknown. It is a narrative that magnifies uncertainty, builds walls where there are none, and paralyzes us from taking action. The truth is, fear thrives in the unknown, in the shadows of our mind. It amplifies itself by our hesitation, by our unwillingness to confront it. But once you shine a light on it, once you face it directly, you begin to see that it isn't as powerful as it once seemed. Fear is often a reflection of our deepest insecurities, a projection of our doubts about ourselves and the world around us. We fear failure, rejection, pain, and loss, but what we fail to realize is that in our fears, we also find the seeds of growth. Fear is not an enemy, it is a teacher. When you accept it, when you allow yourself to move through it, you learn more about your own strength and resilience. Each step you take toward your fear diminishes its power. Fear is simply an illusion, a shadow that vanishes when confronted with light. The next time fear rears its head, instead of running from it, step toward it. Embrace it, learn from it, and watch it lose its grip on you. You will find that the very thing you feared was not nearly as threatening as you once imagined. Aligning with the rhythm of life. Life is not meant to be a struggle, it is meant to flow. Yet so many of us spend our days fighting against the current, trying to force things to happen according to our own timing and desires. This struggle is often born out of impatience, the feeling that if we don't make things happen now, we will miss out on something. But the truth is, life has a rhythm, a natural, divine rhythm that we are meant to align with. Just as the seasons change in their own time, just as the sun rises and sets with unwavering certainty, so too does our journey unfold according to a greater plan. When we learn to trust in this rhythm, we find that life becomes less of a battle and more of a dance. The challenges we face no longer feel like obstacles, but like invitations to grow and evolve. When we resist life's natural flow, we exhaust ourselves. But when we align with it, we tap into a sense of peace and purpose that guides us effortlessly through even the toughest times. This alignment isn't about forcing things into place. It's about trusting the timing of the universe, understanding that things will come to you when you are ready to receive them. The key to aligning with life's rhythm is acceptance. It's about trusting that everything, even the difficult moments, is happening for a reason, and that the timing of your dreams is always perfect. When you trust the rhythm of life, You stop swimming against the current and instead let it carry you to the places you are meant to go. Life's rhythm is not one of chaos and struggle, but one of harmony and grace. All you need to do is listen, trust, and flow with it. Journey of self-discovery. The journey of self-discovery is the most important journey you will ever embark upon. It is the process of peeling back the layers of conditioning, fear, and doubt that have built up over the years, revealing the truth of who you are beneath it all. So often, we are taught to look outside of ourselves for answers, through external achievements, through other people's approval, or through societal expectations. But the true answers, the real wisdom, come from within. The path to self-discovery requires introspection, patience, and the courage to face parts of ourselves that we may have hidden away. It requires asking the tough questions: who am I really? What do I stand for? What am I meant to do in this life? This journey is not always easy. It requires us to confront our fears, our weaknesses, and our past wounds. But it is in this confrontation that we find our strength. Each step we take toward understanding ourselves brings us closer to the person we are meant to be. Self-discovery is not a destination, but a process, one that unfolds over time as we continue to grow and evolve. The beauty of this journey is that there is always more to learn, always deeper layers to uncover. And as we discover more about ourselves, we begin to align with our higher purpose, with the unique gifts we are meant to share with the world. Self-discovery is the key to unlocking your full potential. The more you learn about who you truly are, the more you step into your power, your purpose, and your divine destiny. Trusting the divine timing. Trusting divine timing is one of the most profound acts of faith you can practice. It requires you to let go of control, to stop worrying about when things will happen, and to trust that they will unfold exactly as they are meant to. The world we live in often pushes us to act quickly, to hurry, to race toward our goals, but the truth is, some things cannot be rushed. Just as a seed must take its time to grow into a tree, so too must our dreams take their time to manifest. Divine timing is the understanding that there is a perfect time for everything. The universe has its own rhythm, and when we align with it, things happen with ease and grace. When we try to force things before their time, we create resistance, and this only delays the inevitable. Trusting divine timing means surrendering to the flow of life, trusting that what is meant for you will not pass you by. It means having the patience to wait for the right opportunities, knowing that they will come at the perfect moment. Divine timing also teaches us to embrace the present moment, to focus on what we can do now, without worrying about what is yet to come. The more you trust in divine timing, the less you feel the need to rush or force things. You begin to see that every delay, every setback, is part of a greater plan that is unfolding in your favor. When you trust the timing of the universe, you stop worrying and start living, knowing that everything will happen when it is meant to. Trusting divine timing is an act of faith, of surrender, and of deep belief that the universe is always working in your favor. The healing power of letting go. Letting go is one of the most profound and transformative acts we can make in our lives. It is the key to unlocking peace, to releasing the burdens that weigh us down, and to allowing the healing process to begin. We often cling to things, past memories, old wounds, regrets, and even toxic relationships, believing that holding on will somehow protect us or give us control. But in reality, these attachments keep us stuck in the past, preventing us from moving forward. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting or resigning ourselves to pain. It means choosing to release what no longer serves us. It's about making the conscious decision to stop holding on to the weight of things that hinder our growth. This act of releasing creates space within us, space for healing, growth, and new possibilities. It is in the act of surrender that we open ourselves to the healing power of the present moment. When we let go, we stop resisting the natural flow of life, and we start to trust that the universe or God has a better plan for us than we could ever create on our own. Letting go allows us to reclaim our energy, to stop wasting it on things that hold us in place, and to channel it toward what truly matters. The healing power of letting go comes when we recognize that our past does not define us. It is the courage to forgive, to release, and to accept that everything has its season. Letting go frees us from the shackles of the past, allowing us to step into a future that is open, full of potential, and aligned with our highest good. Embracing the discomfort of growth. Growth is not comfortable. It challenges us in ways we never expect, pushing us to confront parts of ourselves that we would rather ignore. But it is through discomfort that we evolve into the best version of ourselves. Every time we step out of our comfort zone, we invite discomfort into our lives, but it is this discomfort that shapes us, stretches us, and prepares us for the future we are destined for. Growth is like the process of a butterfly emerging from its cocoon. It requires the breaking down of old patterns, of letting go of old identities, and of becoming something new. This is not a painless process. It's messy, it's challenging, and at times, it can feel like we are being pulled in a million different directions. But the truth is, discomfort is a necessary part of growth. When we resist it, we resist the changes that are meant to shape us. When we embrace it, we open ourselves to transformation. Every challenge you face, every difficult moment, is part of your growth. It is in these moments that you discover your inner strength, your resilience, and your ability to navigate life's most difficult circumstances. The discomfort of growth is not a sign of failure, but a sign of progress. It means that you are on the verge of becoming something greater. As you step into this discomfort, know that it is not a punishment, but a gift. A challenge that will unlock new levels of wisdom, strength, and purpose in your life. Embrace it, welcome it, and remember, it is through the most difficult times that the most profound growth occurs. The strength of vulnerability. Vulnerability is often seen as a weakness in today's world, a trait to be avoided at all costs. We are taught to be strong, to put on a brave face, and to hide our true feelings in the name of self-preservation. But in reality, vulnerability is one of the greatest strengths you can possess. To be vulnerable is to be authentic. It is to show up in the world as your true self, without masks or pretenses. Vulnerability is not about weakness. It is about courage. It takes incredible strength to open your heart, to let others see your raw, unfiltered emotions, and to share your truth. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we create deep connections with others. We allow them to see our humanity, and in doing so, we invite them to share theirs as well. Vulnerability is the gateway to intimacy, to trust, and to meaningful relationships. It is in our moments of vulnerability that we are truly seen, heard, and understood. But vulnerability is not just about others. It is also about ourselves. It is about allowing ourselves to be imperfect, to embrace our flaws, and to accept that we are worthy of love and belonging just as we are. It is through vulnerability that we learn to let go of shame and self-doubt, replacing them with self-compassion and acceptance. The strength of vulnerability is the power to show up as our authentic selves, to embrace the full spectrum of human experience, joy, pain, triumph, and failure, and to do so without apology. In a world that often values perfection, vulnerability reminds us that true strength lies not in hiding our weaknesses, but in embracing them. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we open the door to growth, healing, and connection. And in that openness, we find the courage to live authentically, to step into our power, and to become the person we were always meant to be. The sacred trust of your journey. Your journey is sacred, a path uniquely designed for you, filled with moments of challenge, triumph, and transformation. Every step you take, every choice you make, is part of a greater divine plan. Sometimes, it may feel like you're walking in the dark, unsure of where you're headed, questioning whether you're on the right path. But even in those moments of uncertainty, know that you are exactly where you need to be. The twists, the turns, the detours, they are all part of your sacred journey. They are not signs of failure or confusion, but markers guiding you toward the person you are meant to become. You are not alone on this path. There is a higher force, a divine presence that walks with you every step of the way, leading you, guiding you, shaping you. The struggles you face are not meaningless. They are opportunities for growth, for deeper wisdom, and for the discovery of your true self. You are being prepared for something greater, something that only you can fulfill. This journey is not just about reaching a destination, but about the transformation you undergo along the way. Every hardship, every moment of doubt, and every victory is part of a greater design, helping you evolve into the person you are destined to be. Trust in this process, trust in the divine wisdom that is unfolding, and trust that everything you have been through has been leading you to this moment. Your journey is sacred, and everything you encounter along the way is helping you step into the fullness of your power and purpose. Conclusion: trusting the power within. As we come to the end of this message, I want you to take a moment to reflect on the journey you've been on. The struggles, the victories, the moments of doubt, and the moments of strength, they have all shaped you into the person you are today. But there is one truth that stands above all. The power you need to create the life you desire is already within you. You don't need to look outside yourself for answers. You don't need to search for something greater than you, because you are the greatness you seek. Trusting the power within means letting go of the need for external validation, the need for approval, and the need to control every outcome. It means surrendering to the wisdom and strength that resides in your heart, in your soul. This power is not loud or forceful. It is quiet, subtle, and steady. It is the force that moves mountains not by pushing, but by aligning with a greater flow. When you trust this power, you align with the rhythm of the universe, and everything you desire will begin to fall into place. Trusting the power within also means trusting the timing of your journey. Every step, every challenge, every delay is part of the divine plan. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be. Trust in the process, trust in the unfolding of your journey, and trust in the divine wisdom that is guiding you every step of the way. You are not alone. You are supported, you are loved, and you are destined for greatness. The power within you is infinite. Embrace it, trust it, and let it guide you to the life you were always meant to live. Your journey is sacred, and the best is yet to come.